It is Saturday, May 7th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we are back with another edition of our best bets. We got one money line, we got one player prop, and we got one no-run first inning coming your guys' way.
It's weekend baseball, so that means it's a great time to hit that subscribe button. We're closing in, Austin. We're so close to 33,000, which would be pretty much a 1/3 goal of our eventual 100K takeover YouTube master plan. But we really can't do it without you guys. And we're also going to do a giveaway parlay once we do hit 33,000. So, I mean, that's even more incentive. Why not? Hit the subscribe button. It's free. Also, drop a like. It does help more people see this video.
100%, Logan. I couldn't agree more. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below your best play. Let's recap yesterday. And, man, it was a day of postponement in the MLB, but we still went 1-0. Our no-run first inning cash is a absolute no-sweat bet. We weren't even sweating that one at all. I don't know what you guys are talking about. There was runners on third, every single bottom half, top half. Oh, man, it was a sweaty one. But cash is nonetheless a 1-0 day. Hopefully we helped you guys out. Hopefully today's plays don't get rained out. We tried to stay away from the East Coast games for a reason because I envision a lot of them getting rained out. But either way, shout out to our newest COS All-Stars. We appreciate you guys, as always, for supporting the channel. So thank you guys. If you want to support us, click that join button on the channel or the link in the description. We thank you guys all again. Our newest All-Stars, we got Rohan and we got Peyton, both joining back up the COS All-Star community. Thank you guys both again. Just a reminder, we get our daily NBA videos. We'll post it below before this one, so definitely go check it out for basketball and Saturday. But Logan, without further ado, let's get the show started. Let's get to our first play of the day, and let's start cranking out some winners.
Let's get into it. And before I pick this one, I want to talk about the one yesterday. If by some grace of God they actually do play that game, sure, I'll take the Mets. I don't care what value it is. Like, I did the research for it. Yeah, I'd lean Mets. The books are pretty much throwing out that line knowing it ain't going to happen because I'm telling you, I live in Philly. I'm looking out the window. It looks like a monsoon. So I think there's a very low probability of that. So we tried to stay away from those types of games. And I looked at the weather forecast in Atlanta. Looks pretty clear. Braves versus Brewers. I'm taking the Braves money line. Minus 110 odds on FanDuel. At the time we're recording this video, I actually watched the lines go back and forth. So whoever's favored, it's probably going to be, the Brewers are going to be end up favored. So maybe wait to place this bet. On the mound today for the Braves, Max Fried. He's coming in with a 3 ERA. And his last 3 starts, pretty solid, right? 2, 1, and 0 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. And he's been showing tremendous control, right? We talk about a whip, the whip ratio. He hasn't had above a 0.67 whip in his last 3 starts. So again, any whip below 1, pretty solid for a starting pitcher. Also worth noting, Milwaukee only batting .216 versus left-handed pitchers today. Max Fried is a left-handed pitcher. Now the narrative for this Milwaukee offense a lot has been home run or bust. Can they survive on just the long ball? Well, yesterday they just proved absolutely we can. Brewers won 6-3. And honestly, it was pretty impressive because none of those runs came via the home run. Milwaukee's offense on the year, second in runs, 13th in hits, and also Milwaukee second best in at-bat per home run ratio. So like I said, they're just crushing baseballs. And a lot of the narrative has been, can they score without it? I saw it yesterday, but I don't think they're going to be able to duplicate it, 2 days in a row. If they do, hats off Brewers offense. But I just tell you, I look up and down that Brewers lineup, and I see a lot of untrustworthy bats, right? On the other side, we've got Corbin Burnes pitching, 1.93 ERA, and Corbin Burnes is an absolute ace. 2-0 and 2 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. Under a 2 ERA for a starting pitcher is amazing. Corbin Burnes, for sure, one of the best, in the league. I can't poke holes in his game. But what I can poke holes in is Milwaukee has lost 2 out of the last 3 Corbin Burnes starts, only scoring 2 and 0 earned runs. So, like people talked about the Mets last year when you had DeGrom on the mound and you'd waste DeGrom performances because the offense couldn't score. The Brewers are very liable to do the same with Corbin Burnes. Corbin Burnes could go out there and get, a 1 or 2 earned run game, but the Brewers offense, if they're not producing consistently, which, like I said, they did last night, but I don't trust them again to do it back to back. I think there could be problems there. Atlanta's offense, by comparison, 15th in runs, 9th in hits, and 26th in strikeouts. Now the 26th in strikeouts, I don't love that one bit, Atlanta. Please do not do that today. But if they are able to put the ball in play, get some runners up, on base versus Corbin Burnes, feeling really good about that. Also, the return of Acuna has been great for them. Acuna's, career stats versus Burnes, he went 1 for 2, batting .500 versus Burnes. Ozzie Albies, 286 versus Burnes. These are the keys to this Atlanta offense. And I think they'll be able to get it done for us today. Also, lastly, I want to talk about the bullpens. Milwaukee 6th in bullpen ERA. Atlanta not far behind, only 11th in bullpen ERA. So pretty close, stats on that one. I think the Braves get this one done. I like that they lost last night, and I like that they're playing again, once again at home tonight. I think it's hard for a team on the road to win back-to-back games. And you know what, Brewers? I'm giving you a challenge. This ain't the Reds. This ain't the Pirates. You're going to have to beat a good baseball team twice in a row, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it today. That's why I'm hammering Braves money line in this one. But, Austin, you got a player prop for us. What do you got for us?
This would be true. We got another player prop yesterday. We had Aaron Judge, and I don't mind his over today, but I don't expect him to play. So we're going with a different guy. We're going to the Astros versus Tigers game. We're going Framber Valdez over 16.5 pitching outs, -110 on Caesars. Now, before you ask, I know a lot of books sometimes don't put out pitching props, so I don't mind his over in strikeouts, but you'll know I don't really like his strikeout prop, and you'll understand why as we go on. Now, I do know PrizePicks has this line at 18. I have a good indicator that that's probably going to push. I imagine Valdez goes 18 outs, which would be exactly 6 innings pitched. Now, Valdez has to pitch 5 and 2/3 innings pitched. That would be 17 outs to cash this prop for us. Now, let's look at the last 2 starts for Valdez. He's at 18 and 19 outs, going 6 innings pitched and 6 1/3 innings pitched. Not too bad. That's what we're asking for today, and I think he can get it done. Now, the Tigers' offense not been very good. Tied 29th in runs, 26th in hits, and 23rd in on-base percentage. So there's a team that's not really getting a lot of people on base. And normally that's how you drive up a pitch count. You just keep getting guys on base, keep fouling off pitches. I don't see that happening today. Now, last year, Valdez did pitch against the Tigers. This team has changed a little bit in terms of their roster, but he did go 6 innings pitched or 18 outs, cashing this prop for us. Now, we look at both Astros starting pitchers this series, as this is game 3. Both ones went 6, and I believe the other one went 7 innings pitched yesterday. So both hitting this over. Valdez is at this over in 18 of his last 25 starts. And we look at his last 2 starts when he did hit this over, 101 and 97 pitches. Look, I love to see that. As long as he doesn't lose command early, if we've seen the Astros say, we're going to keep this guy in. We want to see him pitch into the 6th and 7th inning. And I think that's what we're going to see today out of Valdez. Also, I looked at the Tigers' projected starting lineup, plus some guys that they might pinch hit. All of them are basically swinging up at over 50% of the first pitches they're going to see, most above 60%. So Valdez, not a guy that's going to strike out a lot of people. He only has a 17.1% strikeout percentage, very low in the MLB. He's a pitch to contact guy. And if these guys are swinging at their first pitch, which is never normally not a good pitch to swing at, they're going to get a lot of ground balls, a lot of pop flies. And that's exactly what we want to see. If we get some early, quick 1-2 at-bat pitches or 1-2 pitch at-bats, look, that should be easy for Valdez to get into the 6th, 7th inning, which is what we need today. So taking Valdez, I'm taking his over 16.5 pitching outs. I don't know if DraftKings and other books put up lines as the days go on, but I still do think this is a really good one. But now we get to the best segment of the channel, and man, we got a new addition. We got NRFI Nation, baby. There's no better time to be alive. It's NRFI Nation time, and we're going to get into it. And today we have a fun one. Today we are going to one that I could argue a little bit sketchy. We're going Rockies Diamondbacks. We're taking the no-run first inning, -110 on FanDuel. Now, at surface level, you might be looking at these two teams. They might not have the best starting pitchers, but look, if you want to go find a channel that's going to give you a -180 NRFI, you came to the wrong place. There's a lot of juice NRFIs, -140s, -160s. We're going to go with one a little bit of value, Rockies Diamondbacks. Now on the mound, we got Freeland. He's got a 4.85 ERA. Not very good, but we look at who he's going up against Arizona bats, and they're batting 184 versus left-handed pitchers. They're really struggling, and they're 28th in first inning runs. So we're not necessarily banking on, good pitching here. Maybe we're banking on a little bit of bad offense, and we think they can get that done. What about the other side of the mound, Logan?
The other side's supposed to be Davies, 4.24 ERA. So you got 2 pitchers with, a combined, over 8 ERA. So at surface level, you look at this and you're like, hammer the yes run first inning. But you know what? I was kind of shocked, as you mentioned this morning, to find the odds -110 odds split. I was like, that seems a little fishy. I think NRFI Nation might catch one. Colorado is 10th in first inning runs, but guess what, Colorado? This ain't Coors Field. And they hit really well at Coors Field, but not so well on the road. Yesterday, Colorado scored 1 run in the first inning, and that's all they did the full game. So they said, screw the NRFI. Well, we're gonna YRFI in this one, and then we're done for the game. So I think that sort of performance is good for today, because I don't see them back to back yes run first inning. And like I said, Austin, I mean, at -110 odds, if you're giving me the coin flip on bet on this one, that's what it should reflect the risk for a no run first inning. It shouldn't be the obvious ones out there, the minus 150, minus 160 ones. You guys can go look at the ERAs of the pitchers, and if they're low, around 2 or 3, you're gonna find a minus 150 no run first inning. And if you're okay with laying that, then lay the juice. But we're trying a new strategy here, and we'll see how it pays off.
Exactly. NRFI Nation was flying the flags yesterday. Hopefully we can fly the flags again. Move to 19-10 on our no run first innings. That's what we're going with. Rockies, Diamondbacks, NRFI. We got Valdez. We're taking his over 16.5 outs. And then we're going Braves money line. Those are our 3 plays of the day. Check out our NBA videos, which are popping up on the screen right now. We appreciate you guys as always. And we'll see you guys again on Sunday morning. Catch you guys then.